So guys, today we are learning about the Python errors, okay, and what is exception handling in Python and everything. This is a new topic, and after covering this Python errors, we will be moving on to file handling, and after that we will do some libraries like Cbond, Matplot, NumPy, and Pandas, and completion of that we will do a small mini project in Python only. I will show you how to do a mini project, how to take out the missing values and everything. So we shall do that and create a data frame after that. And after completion of that, you have to do a project for Python. Okay. And after completion of Python, we will be moving on to Looker Studio. Okay. So, firstly, we have some errors. Okay, errors in the simple words, errors are nothing but they are the problems or mistakes that can stop the program from running correctly. Okay, just like humans are making mistakes in writing or something, computers also do some mistakes while running a program. So, these mistake done by the computers are nothing but the errors. Okay, example, if you are forgetting to write a full stop in a sentence, you're something maybe it is wrong by humanly. Similarly to that, in Python, if you are not including simple a colon also in Python, it will show an error. So that is the thing. These are some few errors. Okay. Okay. Next we have complete syntax. Compile syntax is nothing but whenever we are compiling the Python program or everything, that time compiling syntax will occur. So in this, normally through English grammar or like a semicolon or parenthesis like that, it is not there. Without any parsing before the execution is there, like indentation error is there or syntax error is there. Those type of errors are nothing but they are called as compile syntax. I will first explain the description of it, and we shall include this in our learning also in our Jupyter notebook. So these are nothing but the compile errors. Actually, there are three types of errors in our Python errors, etc. First is compile errors, and then we have runtime errors, and also we have a logical error. Okay, we shall explain this. Firstly, compile error is nothing but these are the mistakes when we are writing some code like spelling mistake or punctuation errors. Like in English, what we write punctuation errors are there. So Python, what will do, it will do is it will check the code before running. Before running only, it will check the code. If the writing is wrong, it stops and shows a message, some syntax error message or something like that. Okay. Next, we have runtime errors. Runtime errors, these are the different types of errors: compile, syntax errors, and logical errors. So, next we have runtime errors. Runtime errors are nothing but these can happen while the program is running. While the program is in the running only, then only the code will show an error. This happens when the code is written correctly, but something unexpected happens when it is run. Okay, something unexpected can happen, like so that whenever my code is also correct, everything is correct, but something is wrong, something unexpected happens. So that time, runtime error will come. For example, if I may say, you like if in Python I'm dividing 10 by 0. 10 by 0, if I'm dividing, that is mathematically impossible. We cannot divide any number by 0. Okay. So Python shows me a runtime error or something like that. Okay. That is the thing. Next we have last type of error, which is nothing but a logical error. Okay. Logical errors are nothing but these are the programs once without any error message. In logical errors, no error message will come, but the result will be always wrong. Okay, and it happens whenever you are thinking it logically or thinking is incorrect. Whenever it is logically incorrect, na the program that time it will show a logical error. Okay, for example, if you want to find the average of three numbers and three numbers, if you want to find the average of it, but you're dividing by two instead of three, then it will show a wrong answer. Na? So that like that, logics will be there. So through that logic, you have to build the code and everything. If you're not using that logic, you will get an error in that also. So these are some types of errors and what is error in Python. Next we have some exceptions, but before that we will move on to we will do this in our workbench once. Okay, wait a second. Okay, we are doing errors now. First I will show a compile error, how it is done. Compile error, then we'll move on to runtime and then logic and everything. Okay, what I will do is I will write a Python program to get a compile error. Compile error is nothing but whenever we are writing the code, if there is a spelling mistake or punctuation mistake like in English, that time we'll get an error. Okay, I will write a program. First I will just write a x is equal to 10. If x, I'm dividing that x with 2, if I get 0, okay, print x. Okay, if I'm writing like this, I will get my output 10 as my output, I will get as 10. But what if I include two steps here? What I will include is divisible by 2, and one more print also I will include, print x is even. Now I got this answer. Okay. Why? Because I have taken the indentation in the correct format. In below this only I have taken. But what if I give the indentation at different point? Okay, I will get some unexpected indentation error. So this is nothing but a compile error. Like this it is happening. So you have to be careful while understanding the program and where you're writing the indentation and everything. Okay. Next I will show you a runtime error. Okay. Runtime error I will show. I will show a Python program. Okay. I will include a def. Concatenation will do for A and B, and I'm just writing as print A plus B. Okay. Now I will call the statements now. I will call the statements. What I will do is I will contact. So see here, why it is giving me an error? Because concatenation string is not an integer. Okay. In this program we have written a function by the name of contact na, that accepts two arguments, a and b. Those are two arguments which it accepts. And in that two, I have added a symbol called as addition symbol. I have added plus symbol. I have added. Why? To get the a and b values, I need the addition. But we cannot add psi which is a string, and 34 which is a numerical value. We cannot add na. So that's why we got an error here. If I am replacing it with other number or something like that, I will get my output. But I have written a string here. I've written a string. So I will get a error only. So these types of errors are nothing but these are runtime errors. This can happen while running our program. Whenever I have run the program, this can happen. So that is nothing but a runtime error. Okay. Next, lastly, I will show a logical error also. How a logical error is um, there. Okay. So I will write a Python program here to increment the salary of an employer by 15%. That program I will write. Python by 15%. I need the extra. Okay, that I'm writing. This is a example for logical error. So I'll just include def some variable name. I will write increment. Okay, salary I will write. Next I will write as my salary formula I will write. So my salary should be equal to the salary into 15 divided by 100. Okay. Next I need to return my salary. Next I will call the functions here now. Next I need a printing function which is nothing but increase a function and everything. Point 2f I'm writing. Why point 2f? Yesterday I have explained, if I need my salary up to after decimal point up to 2 digits or 3 digits, that's why I'm writing point 2f. F is nothing but it is showing a float. It is indicating that it is a float value. Okay. So I have builded it and I have got it. Okay. So why I have got it? Because I have written a correct formula. I have written a logically I have written a correct something. But something like if I write something plus or something like that, it will be changing. Okay. Then we'll get an error or something like that. Okay. That is how it is happening. If I include more salary plus salary here, logically, if I'm writing more salary plus salary, then I'll get some error or something like that. Okay, why I have written the correct formula here, I have got the incremented salary and everything. Okay, these it will not show any error or something like that, but in our, while we are doing this program now, it will not show us any error, because whenever we are writing this, we are writing a correct format only, correct formula only, but the answer varies, we will not get a correct answer. That you have to think. Okay, that you have to think whether my answer, even after getting our answer, whether that answer is correct or not. So these are nothing but the logical error. Logically you cannot do, you cannot divide any number by 0, you cannot divide like that, you will not get like this red format like that in your logical error. You will get a white format only while building this, but your output what is there, that is different. Okay, that is different, that you will get some wrong value, that you will not get a correct value. So that is a thing that will be affecting, so you have to remember that also. Next we have something called exceptions. So this is a nothing but a um, important topic in Python. Okay, exceptions or exception handling or something like that. So exceptions are nothing but they are the special types of runtime errors. Okay, runtime errors we are done now, that in that runtime errors only some special types of runtime errors are there, so that are nothing but the exceptions. So when something is going wrong while running the code, Python raises a message like exception message. Sub messages of exceptions are zero division error or file not found error, like that exceptions messages will get. So these exceptions help us understand what went wrong. So in this what we have done now, in this it is showing type error in the concatenation string, string is there, so int is not there, so it is giving us some message. Okay, I understood, in this plus symbol is there, that's why, and in this string is there, that's why I'm getting an error, like that it will show. Here also indentation was not there while we were doing first, so it is showing me an error message, what is the message and everything. So that is nothing but the exception handling. Okay, these are some exceptions, and exception handling is nothing but it is like we are catching the error. Handling means we are catching the error and telling the program what to do next, instead of crashing or something. Our code is crashing or something, instead of crashing the code, what can we do instead of crashing, like for example we can use try blocks or accept blocks, like that some blocks are there, like that blocks we can add to show avoid some bugs and everything. Try means we are trying to run the code, except means if there is a problem, instead of this you can do another thing, like that if I'm giving, like in real life example, if I'm going to my file explorer and I'm trying to open my file, okay, but that file is only missing, so it will show like some message, try again later message it will show. And instead of turning everything off, try again, like that, that is nothing but message called exception handling. Sometimes it will show 404 error, 403 error while browsing some websites or something like that. So that is nothing but handling of that. Whenever you're getting some error also, how can you handle? While doing your Instagram also, sometimes the, what we say, sometimes the app will not be working, some error would be there, so it will show us the message, try again sometime, or some server is down, like that messages it will be there na. So that is nothing but exception handling. Okay, I will show you how to do this exceptions and everything in your Python also, but before that let me explain the types. Okay, So in these types of exceptions, total we have more than 20 exceptions. Okay, more than 20 exceptions we have, but I have written only the mostly used exceptions what are there. But if you want more further, these are some common categories only. So if you want to learn more further, you can learn it. What are the types of exceptions? There are like 20 types of exceptions and everything. So you can learn about them also. So in this, mostly Python has some built-in exceptions also. Some built-in exceptions which are nothing but zero division, value error, index error, key error, like that. Zero division error is something like we are dividing by something, a number we are dividing by zero. Value error is nothing but we are trying to access a list of numbers. So like that we have some types of errors which are some built-in errors also. Okay. Instead of that built-in errors, other types of errors are something like base exception or request exceptions, domain, like that. User defined expression, user defined, meaning like we are only building that exceptions and everything. So that are nothing but the user defined exceptions and everything. I will show you how to do this. Okay, I will just show you a small program. What are like one type of syntax error? How can we get? Okay, we are writing some error only. Instead of that error, if I am getting some error, I will get that a program or something like that. I will write a program. So I'm writing a program for syntax error. I'm writing example for syntax error. What is syntax error and everything. Okay. So what I will do is I will write a Python program to handle syntax error given by evaluation function. So one function is there that is nothing but evaluation function. So with that function I will write. Okay. First I will include try and a catch or except, like that we can include. If I'm writing try and except blocks, will not get an error. Instead in that program only it will show errors or something like that. Okay. So I will write as date. We are evaluating the date and everything. And if I input the data, okay, enter date. Okay, here I will write a accept block also here. Okay, try and accept block also I will write. If in case syntax error is there in my program, then what print I can get, what message should I get if I am getting a syntax error in my program, what message should I get? Print invalid date. Okay, that message I want. Okay, else if my code is running, okay, print my date. If my code is running, print my date. Okay, here I will enter the date. Okay, 2020 I will enter. Date is 16, month is 5. Okay, so this code is running, that's why I have got 20, 16, and 5. So instead of that, if I do another, okay, 2031, date is 67, something like that. Month is uh 13 month, like that I'm writing. Like that also it is entering. No mistake or something like that. Okay. Because we have already given that if I'm getting some error also, you handle that error or something. You handle that error. But what if I include like this, like 2021? and fifth month is there. Okay, third I'm writing like this, invalid date it is showing. Okay, that is how the exception handling is working. Here I'm including, instead of numerical values, I'm including different values, no? So I have got the message as invalid date. This is not a valid date. That message I have got. So this is nothing but a syntax error. Okay. If I want, I can write another same program also to handle IO errors or something like that. Different types of errors. Okay. Until now, it is not necessary for us to understand more deeply about this. So next we have something called try and accept. We have learned, na? So in that accept block we are learning. So accept is nothing but it block runs. This block runs when only when error can happen. So whenever you're writing an accept block, firstly you have to include a try block. So inside the try block only you will write the accept block. Here also when we are doing this program, we have written first try block. Then inside that we have written the accept block. So whenever you're writing this accept block, you first you have to enter the try block, and after that you're including the accept block. Okay. In simple words, try is like something you are attempting something, and accept is something like a backup plan. So in that some value error will be there, type error will be there, like that errors are there. Okay, I will show a small program to understand more. One more program I will write. Okay. And one more thing you can understand is without writing except block also, if I'm writing another word instead of that except, then also it is validated. So over that program I will write without accept try. Okay, x I'm writing as some input value I'm giving. Okay, y I want as 1 divided by x. Next, instead of try I will write as finally. That is also one type of built-in. Okay, so I'm writing this finally. How we are having try and accept now, like that we are having something called finally only. So here I'm getting, if I'm getting a something message, okay, like error message, where I am writing we are not get this message I will get if I'm writing any errors. Okay, that message I need. Instead, if anything is there, if everything is running, I will get my print of y. Okay, so here I will enter the number. So here we are not catching any exception. And what is 1 divided by x, what we have? Here we got the answer of it, 0.2. This is nothing but we are getting y is equal to 1 divided by it. We are just this we are getting inverse the number we are having, the number inverse, what inverse is there, that number inverse I'm getting as 0.2. Okay, next what we have is assert statement. So this assert statement is like, it is used to test something is true whenever the program is run. If the condition is false, then it will stop the program, and it will show us the assertion error. Okay, it is like I'm sure this must be true. If at all my surety is not true, then stop the program there and there only, and tell me what is wrong and something like that. That is a assertion. In real life example, if you're boarding, before boarding the plane, the airline will check your tickets, everything na, it is valid or not. If not, you can't enter the aeroplane. So that is like that only. Like a person age is greater than 0, if the age I'm writing as -5 or -10 in negative number, so it will stop na. I will get an error only na, because age cannot be in negative format. So that is nothing but assert statements, everything. Okay, I will show you a simple example also of an assert statement. Okay, small program. Try. I will write as x. I will enter some input value, integer. Enter a number between 5 and 10. Okay, I should enter the values between 5 and 10. That message I'm writing, and I'm including a assert statement here. So I'll write as assert x is greater or equal to 5 and x is lesser or equal to 10. Then I will get a message. Like assert I'm writing as, here I'm telling the number should be between 5 and 10. Okay, and next I'm telling that x is greater than 5 and x is lesser than 10. That I'm telling. Okay, that I'm stating. Here I will include a except block also. So this is nothing but my error. Here I should enter the values between 5 and 10 only, because I have given the condition x should be lesser than greater than 5 but lesser than 10. If I'm including 4, I will get my like message, your input is wrong. Okay, this my input is correct, but I have just written wrong, just for something different. Okay, something. Okay, yeah, input is wrong or something like that. Okay, my input is actually correct only, but something to just get simple message. This is just a simple message, we can get any message, no message also, no problem. So that is nothing. But what if I'm including more than 5 and something like that? See here, your input is correct, this I'm getting. And whenever my input is also wrong, that is also I'm getting my message. Okay, see here, again my input is wrong, so I have got the little value, invalid syntax and everything that I'm getting. Okay, so this is nothing but assert statement, something like that. Okay, next what we have is, I have told na, sometimes user also do some mistakes. So whenever the user is doing some mistake or something like that, that time uh, Some statements are something like built-in exceptions, and some are user does that mistake. We create those mistakes something. Okay, sometimes we need to create our custom errors also. Sometimes we need to create custom errors to handle some types of cases and everything. Some different cases will be there just to handle that cases and everything in our program. To so we write that user defined exceptions. Okay, like you can create your own rule, like something like if balance is greater than 500, sorry, lesser than 500. If balance is lesser than 500, then show low balance error. Like that errors, you are only creating some types of error just to handle the Python programming code and everything, and you're writing the program. That is nothing but a user defined program. And lastly, what we have is we have login exceptions. Logging exceptions are nothing but they means we are recording the errors and the information for later analysis. What other errors what we have got na? We are just seeing all those errors, we are recording it, and after that we are sending all those recordings, monitoring what is there, what is happening inside of that code, all that information. We are saving that all everything in a log file, we are sending to a log file, and will give that whole thing to full stack developer we will give, and the developer will see what was there, which why the error has come and everything. So that is nothing but login exceptions. In real life example, whenever your phone app, any app, if there, it crashes, so you send and error report to the developer, like we are getting a login issue, something like that. Like that only in this date a Python login exceptions also, we are writing all the error values what we have got everything, and we are showing that to developers. Okay, so for writing this user defined exceptions and login exceptions, the programming is a lot, but I will show you how it is done while doing our project. Okay, mini project, whenever it is done na, in that if my case is there, then I will show you the error, something like that, message or something. And whenever you're doing this logic exceptions now, you have to import that exception first. Yes, you have to import. I will show you a small example for that. Okay, firstly we have to write as import, and I'm writing import login. Okay, then I will write as login. What are my login files and everything, what messages I have got, that messages I will write. So basic config I will write. So I will include a file name here. File name login text is there. File name I will include, and the level of it also. What error I have got. Login error I have got. Okay. Next I will write try block. A I am giving us. I will enter an input here. Enter number. B also I will write. Same. Input I will give here also. Enter another number. See, what I will do is, for A, you divide that number by B, that I'm writing the formula. Next I will include a except block also. So I'll just write as except, exception. Ilias name I'm writing as E, and I'm giving the login. This I'm writing login exception. Here I'm entering first number as 10, and second number I'm including 20. Okay, so that is how you're getting the result of it. Okay, next here I'm getting 10 and 20 only. I've not got the division values of C, which is A divided by C. So here I will include, if everything is running, if exceptions are there and everything is running, then I should get a print. So I will just write as else you give me the print of C. Okay, that I will include. Here another time I will include the numbers and everything. So see here, 10 divided by 20 I got 0.5. Okay, if I'm just writing one number only, if I'm writing 10 and I'm including 0, then I will not get any output here. Okay, then also I will not get any output because it is handling. I'm not getting an error message, but everything is handled by the login. Okay, everything is handled. If I'm writing a number and I'm including some a string here, then also I will not get any output. So that is how your errors and import login everything is working. Okay, we will stop the class here. Okay.